Today we're working with our friends at Power Lodge in beautiful Onamia, Minnesota. Hi folks, I'm me at the Two Guys Ride. Today I'm out in beautiful Onamia, Minnesota, and I'm here at Power Lodge, and I'm here with Eric. Eric, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Pleasure to have you.
Twist my arm, right? Okay, so behind us we have an all-new product. What is it?
We do. It is a brand new 2024 Polaris RZR XP 1000.
And this is new from the ground up.
It is. This is a whole new build, whole new chassis. They just released it.
Okay, so let's start with the bottom up. So chassis, right. What is all new on it?
So this actually has a new rim package, new tire package.
Okay.
Yep. So these are the new Trail Master XT 2.0s. These are a 30-inch tire by 10, 14-inch wheel all the way around.
I'll tell you what. They take a rough trail and make it pretty smooth.
They do.
I mean, they look like aggressive tires, but man, out riding, it just ate up all those bumps.
Right.
That, of course, has to do with the shock system too in there, correct, obviously. But so tell us what they have here for shocks.
So the Walker Evans 2-inch needle piggyback shocks. These have 16 inches of travel in the front and 18 inches of travel in the rear. But actual usable wheel travel is 20.5 inches.
Man.
So that's a ton of travel.
Oh, wow.
And this machine also has 14 inches of ground clearance because of that travel and the tire size.
Yeah, it's way off the ground. Oh my gosh. Okay, so engine-wise, what does it have?
So this has a 999cc dual overhead cam inline twin that pumps out 114 horsepower.
That's enough to get you down the road.
It's capable about 80 miles an hour.
I know it is. And man, are you flying. So what else underneath here? The frame is new. The frame itself.
The frame has been altered, correct.
Okay.
And it also has all new clutches, primary and secondary, as well as new venting for your clutches.
Okay. All right. And body-wise?
Body-wise, the body is entirely redesigned.
Okay. Is this fiberglass?
Nope, that is poly.
That's
plastic.
A poly. Okay.
Yep.
All right. That makes sense because if you have a lot of twisting, you don't want it cracking.
It needs to be able to flex, especially in colder temperatures like we live in Minnesota here.
Cold temperatures? What are you talking about? I've been warm all winter. So, talk about the things that are new on here. You've got the chassis that's been modified. You've got the suspension that's been changed.
Correct.
You've got the new tire and rim package. Okay, what about the radius arms?
Also, we have different radius arms in the back end here. They have been reinforced. They're heavy-duty ones in prior generation of XPs.
Well, that makes a big difference on the trail.
It does.
So that's a nice.
That's what takes all the abuse when you're hitting all those big bumps and whoops and moguls.
Okay, you've also got some nice storage in the back here.
And there's also D-ring tie downs.
Oh yeah.
Yep, to secure your load. And they also have drop-in cooler inserts as well as storage boxes that are made to lock and ride, fit in, so they're removed within seconds.
Okay, and that's what these holes are here, yeah?
Correct. That's for the lock and ride plugs.
All right. So I like the tail lights. These are all LED lights all around?
All LED lighting,
and
front and rear.
I couldn't see as I was driving, but when a few times I hit the brake, does this actually light up back there?
It does. That is illuminated LED brake light.
Okay, now, one of the things that I like when I was just looking for it, put in reverse, I really wasn't expecting this, but backup camera.
Correct. It has a backup camera in it.
Man.
And it automatically engages every time you hit reverse.
Okay.
Or you can manually turn it on from your display.
Oh, you can?
You can from your...
So can you be driving forward and have the reverse camera on?
Correct.
At any speed?
At any speed.
And it doesn't shut off on you?
Correct.
All right, car manufacturers, there's something for you to add. All right. There's just a pass-through right here? Oh, it's just for like water to get out, whatever.
That's for water, your debris. Because when you get mud and gunk, rocks, and everything else, you can wash
Well, you
out
hope you
your
do.
storage compartment.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
That's all part of the fun.
It's just the chute, of course.
Also, the venting for your clutch housing and your engine intake is all new. So this is frog skins that cover on your venting ports.
Oh.
Yep.
Interesting.
So they put a bigger area so you had better airflow.
Right, and they have the big words, do not block, because of course that's part of your venting.
Correct.
Now, from the back here, we can see, obviously this is two-person vehicle.
It is.
Or one person. But the roof is really easy to take off.
It is. It's a quick release roof. I mean, there is two T40 Torx bolts in the rear of it, but the front is just clips in.
Just clips, yeah.
Yep.
Which is nice. Yeah, I like things that are less complicated, right?
Polaris does a wonderful job with their lock and ride accessories.
And they have a ton of them. If you
They
haven't
do.
seen them, check them out in the catalog, but they do have a ton of them. All right, let's step around to the front. On the front end, obviously new shell, new design.
Right.
Okay.
All new body.
I like the lights. These are
Yeah.
LEDs.
All LEDs with accent lights.
I like this. And then these
It
ones.
is
And now
pretty.
you've got 2, 4, you got 6 like glass
LEDs.
brown, so
Yep.
6 different LEDs.
Correct.
Okay. And then anything different on the suspension up here?
The control arms are new for
Okay.
24. So that has been increased. They have a little more rigidity to them versus the prior XP 1000 model.
Okay.
Also, you have a recovery strap here for when stuff gets a little
Well, that's
wild.
for when you pull your body out, not for
Right.
you. You don't need that. How about the brakes on this? Are they disc?
They're all discs. Yep.
Okay.
The hydraulic twin piston disc brakes in this.
Okay. And then, is there any storage right under here, or is that just cover for
There's
the
not.
for
Just
the
a cover.
front end? Okay.
Yep, just
And
a cover.
That's typical. Anything new on the doors?
So the doors are all new, of course, for the model year 24.
Okay.
So these are back to a conventional door versus a suicide door with an inside paddle latch like they've had on prior models. Heavy duty weather stripping around the doors to help keep the dust and the water from spraying on you.
You do have a nice little step grip as you step in.
You do? Yep.
Okay. And then, of course, you can use the bars up here as a grab handle for getting
Correct.
in. Okay, so, the inside has been completely redone. You've got the beautiful seats here. You got I like the color combination.
Yeah, did a wonderful job
But
on
then
that.
you've got these 4-point harnesses.
Sub-Zero 4-point harnesses. Yep. And they're a quick click, so it's an automotive style connector. So it makes it
Yep.
easier for especially a
To
new
click in.
rider or somebody
Yep.
who's not familiar with the harness.
And they keep you in there snug.
They do.
They
They
absolutely
keep
do.
you centralized in the seat. Yep.
You've got some storage in the front here. So you got one on that side, I believe.
You do.
So, and you do have, it's like a cell phone holder. It's just 2 thin
Yep.
pieces, but it's
There's
enough,
a little slot inside there.
right, enough to hold that
to
if you
position
want.
your phone.
This one does have a USB, so what does that do?
So that USB port is for charging your phone, or it can be utilized as updating your software or trail maps on your 7-inch ride command.
Okay, and that's something else. And
It is.
We'll get to that
Dive
in a
into
minute,
there
because
in a
that's
little
like
bit.
a pinnacle piece. But
Well, with the USB, you can utilize that on your ride command for media viewer. So if you want to see your game cameras and trail cameras, so that way you can view it. So you have an adapter USB to your SD or XD
okay,
photo card, and then you can view your photos right
that
on
is
here.
neat though, because then you can read any memory
Right.
card.
Anything on a flash drive or
Wow.
thumbstick USB.
That is really cool. That is a neat feature. You've got a couple of buttons down here. So you got,
That's your headlight switch.
okay, high and
Off,
low
and
beam,
high.
off.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you have your 2-wheel and 4-wheel drive switch.
okay.
This is their true on-demand system. So whether
Okay.
you're cruising down the trail, whatever speed, you can engage and disengage your
Both.
4-wheel drive as long as your rear tires aren't spinning faster than your front.
Ah,
So
well,
it's an on-demand system.
That's really nice. Often you got to slow down.
Yeah.
So that is a really, especially when you're going.
And believe it or not, these handle the best when they're in 4-wheel drive. Because with the on-demand, it kicks it in and out of 4-wheel drive.
Oh, really?
That's how you.
It
That's how you
senses it.
maintain your handling with a Polaris vehicle.
So a computer.
Correct.
Wow. Haha. So you got the 7. You got 5 dummy switches up here.
Here,
You got
and
2
2 by the
dummy switches. You
shifter.
got a total of 7,
Yep.
which is very nice that they add them. They're not pre-wired or anything, but you can add that, as you do it.
Oh yeah, horns, turn signals, light
Lights.
bars, backup lights, glow lights,
You can
lighted
have all-
whips.
Right.
Sky's the
You can
limit.
have- yeah. Well, like we were talking earlier, buying the vehicle is step one. The rest of your life is spent customizing it.
Correct.
Right? There's so many different things you can
Tailoring
do.
it to your needs.
To your needs, yep. So I was wondering what this cable is that's attached to
So that
the
is a safety feature. So if the driver does not have his seatbelt plugged in, this car will only go 15 miles an hour. It limits it.
Ah, interesting.
So make sure
Well, they
that
want you to be safe.
Correct.
All right, so we do have a tilt steering here. Key ignition. Standard transmission with you have park, reverse, neutral, low, and
High range.
Okay, low range. Can you gauge that when you still be in two-wheel drive?
Correct.
Okay.
You just have to stop before you, of course, you move the shifter.
Okay.
But low range in this vehicle will do just over 30 miles an hour.
Okay, so it's got a pretty high
low range.
top end. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You do have a
12 volt out
12 volt outlet on this side.
Yep.
So the passenger has somewhere to plug it and charge. And then this telescopes, yeah?
Correct. Little lever, now you can slide it back depending on the occupant who's going to be utilizing it. And then we also have another glove box below here for even more storage.
Oh, we got a second one there. It's like a hidden one.
Yep.
I like. Boy, it's deep.
It is a deep.
That's at least a foot deep.
So that way you can put your booster pack, jumper cables, tow strap, whatever
All that
tools you
kind of
might
stuff
need.
in there. So this does have a Rockford Fosgate sound system.
Correct. It has
Okay.
a 4-speaker Rockford Fosgate sound system.
Two
So
in
you
the
have-
front, you can see. Two
in the back.
right behind the seats, right
Yep.
in your ear.
And it is amplified.
And it is loud.
And it's all through your ride command. And you have AM, FM, weather, and Bluetooth.
Bluetooth, all right there. You know, bringing us to the point where we can talk about this screen. So this is a new screen from Polaris?
This screen's been out actually for a few years now,
Okay.
but they are constantly updating
Updating it.
Yep.
All right, so one of the things that I notice is how car-like it is.
It
You know,
is.
we're used to drivers' information screens giving us a ton of digital information, and we're used to be able to configure it and move it. This is really no different. It's just geared towards the side-by-side, you know.
Towards off-road market.
Yep. So what do we got here?
So we have your gauge display here, and we can completely customize how your gauges look at any time with just a few presses of a button. And then also whatever data you want to see on your screen, we can select and deselect.
Oh wow! So it just adds it, or takes it, or
Correct.
takes it away.
Yep.
So it's just adding things right here.
Correct. Just like we change the circles on what we want to
And
see
so
there.
you click on the circle to wow.
Yep. To
Change
change
it.
each setting. Then you just
Okay.
click done,
And that's it.
and then we can look what our tach and speedometer looks like as well. You can either have a blue bar that goes across the screen, or you can just have it with the tech readout.
And pretty much no matter what screen you're in, you're going to get a speedometer
Correct. You're going to get a speedometer readout.
at least.
Yep.
Okay. So
Next step, this is our navigation. So this is all touchscreen, of course. So to zoom in and out, just like your cell phone would be. It also has your points of interest, has all the trails in this system for most parts of the world, even South
Really?
America.
oh my gosh.
And if you do find a destination or somewhere you'd like to go, just zoom in, highlight it. Just like intersections here. Just hold your finger for a moment, you set a waypoint, go there. 36 miles away.
You know, very, very, very similar to modern cars.
It is.
But this is Polaris's own
Its
software.
own software.
This is not
correct?
a Garmin or a TomTom
Or
or
a
anything
Lawrence
else.
or-
Yeah.
nope.
This is
Their own product.
their own product. And it works really well. I mean, it is not glitched at all on us today. And you get free updates on this
Free
one?
updates for life.
For life.
For life. Just like the app on your phone, if you download the Polaris Ride Command app, whether it's on iOS or on your Android, you have free updates on that for life as well. And you can do group rides even, where you can see your buddies or your friends out riding on the trail. So if somebody makes a wrong turn, well, you know where they went.
Or you know where they went, and then you don't tell them. You just wait until later, and then you say, "Oh yeah, we saw you veer off."
Also, with the points of interest, that is a wonderful feature. So say your gas station up the road, you want to know how far away it is to make sure you have ample enough fuel to make it. You can call them, make sure they're open, make sure that if they have 24-hour pay at the pumps,
Okay.
in case it's later on in the evening. Gives you their phone number, gives you their address, it gives you their website and hours of operation.
You know, I mean, that's just, I mean, if you have a POIs on in a car, it's going to show you the same thing, but to have it in here, wow.
An off-road vehicle.
So then we move on to the next one.
So that's the hookup to your cell phone.
Okay.
So also you can download your whole call log list, contact list. You can text message from the display.
Okay.
Now you can answer phone calls with this, but you either have to have a communicator or use a speaker on your phone.
Okay, and texting, you actually have to text on the screen.
Right.
That's not hands-free yet.
Right, not
Although,
hands-free.
For those of you who are familiar with your phones, if you have an Android and you have Android Assistant, or you have iPhone, you have Siri, you can do a lot with texting through those two.
Correct.
And that has nothing to do with this,
Nope,
but
nothing
has
to
to
do
do
with
with your own phone. So those possibilities do exist. It's not built into this. Okay, what do we have here?
Then we go on. This is just going to be our shortcut for settings. If you want to get to your front camera, your gauges, media viewer, just like here. But also, like we're talking about that backup camera. There it is. That's how you bring it on your display, so it's always on. And then front camera is an accessory that we could add to the car. The front camera is already wired for
So
the car.
it's
We
just
just
a
need to
question
add
of
on the
plug-
camera.
Okay, I'll take one of those too. All right, and then next,
Music,
so you got your built-in AM and FM, and then your Bluetooth.
AM,
And
FM,
then
weather radio.
which is really nice to have, especially
Yep.
you know, when you're out and about. You want to listen to what the weather is.
To know what to expect. And then you have your USB iPod. That's on your USB plug-in.
Okay, and then your Bluetooth.
Yep.
Okay, and then the last two controls are just
Just for your
volumes.
volume. Yep.
Okay. Wow. I mean, and that, folks, is just sort of kissing the surface. I mean, it's nuts what this thing will do. But I mean, what a nice, you know, interface to have. You know, you went from, I think originally they started out with a 4-something inch screen.
For their standard, how do I say it? Their first go at Polaris Interactive Digital Display was a 4.3-inch non-touch screen. It did have GPS capabilities, but it was pretty basic. You couldn't see your buddies on there. It didn't have all the points of interest and.
Okay, what a long ways they've come.
No,
I mean, technology
leaps
just
and bounds.
grows so fast. But
Leaps and bounds.
should mention that the driver's seat is adjustable forwards
Correct.
and back. The
on the
passenger's
roller.
is not.
The passenger is fixed.
But I gotta say, I've ridden them both, and it was comfortable. That bolstering was, I mean, that really helped. I mean, we were cooking over some roads, and there was some bumps. I couldn't believe. I guess my first impression was just like incredibly smooth for what
Very
we're driving over at the speed that we're driving over it.
You don't feel all those bumps or
No, you don't.
rocks or dips or none of it.
My car is bumpier.
They float.
I mean, that's just incredible. I mean, that's the craftsmanship that goes into it. It's just really neat. All right, so
They instill confidence in the operator.
that they do. They absolutely do. Okay, availability. If I want to come get one of these things at
We actually have
Power
some in
Lodge,
stock today.
Okay, so stock is not a problem. If you had to order one, if you wanted a different color or different options, whatever.
We'd be about 3 months out.
Okay,
About a 3 months turnaround
that's
time.
not bad though.
Yep.
Compared to
Compared to prior.
We'll get it to you in 2 years if you're lucky.
Cross our
And then,
fingers
and
and
then it
hope.
may not have the
pray.
right tires or the roof or whatever.
Might be missing some components, but
Might
no.
be missing some. So okay, that's not bad. What about warranty on these?
Warranty is 6 months on a Razor.
Okay.
Yep, and we can extend it out to a total of 60 months through
Okay.
Polaris.
Through Polaris, all right,
Yep.
for obviously an extra cost, right?
Correct. It'd be
So,
an
being that
associated
this is
cost.
all redesigned, everything new, what is sort of the MSRP on these?
MSRP on a loaded out car like this one, this is the ultimate package. This one you'd be at $25,999.
$25,999. Wow, that's not bad when you look at the price of side by sides and off road vehicles that are in the same category as this.
Right.
It's
very competitive.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
the pricing, for the features that you're getting in the car.
Well, Eric, thank you so much for taking your time
Oh,
to
thank
show us
you.
on this brand new redesigned 2024 Polaris. We sure appreciate it. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming out. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, twist my arm, man. And thanks for watching.